So many movies. I think I need to take a break. I know just the thing.
The rain falls hard on a humdrum town. This town has...
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Overtalk. It's the rebranded version of my vlog. So, we are back here in Overwatch, and we're going to talk about some pretty fun little things. We've had some developments over the past little bit. It's Halloween season, and even Overwatch is getting in on board. As you can see, there's a decidedly horror-themed thing going on. It's their update. And all the heroes and characters have gotten little cute little things added to their repertoires. Voice lines, costumes. Everyone's getting into the spirit of things, including a new game mode. So today we're just going to be playing through a round of the new mode, Junkenstein's Revenge. It's kind of like a horde mode, fight against the zombie sort of thing. Except in this game they're called Zomniks. They're like robots. So today we're just going to be taking a look at this, having some fun, seeing if we can't win some loot. But all things considered, we're gonna go easy since I don't really think I can talk and win at the same time. So we'll continue on. But today it was one of those things where I was out and about, and I went down to the local shopping depository where we get our goods, and I noticed one thing is there's already Christmas stuff out. And I know it's not going to be one of these talks where it rails against the consumerist element, Linus all warned us about. But I found it very odd that, from one aisle to the next in certain stores, there was Halloween stuff that has really only been out for a week or two. And then right beside it is Christmas stuff. There was just such a strange kind of dichotomy of this, It was a diptych. A diptych, if any artists are watching the channel, they know what I'm talking about. But the contrast was something that was maybe a little jarring, and it's one of these things that it kind of got me thinking, because there were people walking around the aisles, and they were filling carts with scary stuff and then holy stuff at the same time. Oh, it looks like everyone's leaving me. Oh, we're all in. Let's do it. Anyhow, I just found it very confusing, and me and the brother are definitely going to have a talk about the state of Halloween at the end of the channel, at the end of the month of madness. But for now, it was one of those things. I went to the local Halloween store, Spirit Halloween, and I was walking around the aisles and seeing if there's any other props I could get or something to help kind of maybe get in the mood a little bit more. Definitely starting to think about getting things together for Halloween night. We're hoping to do a live stream. Well, we will be doing a live stream. We're going to be watching a nice old public domain classic black and white movie and having fun with it, enjoying the season the way it was meant to be. Woo, 4 down. But it's one of those things. As a Halloween fan, I always kind of rail against the die. I always rail against the non-scary Halloween costumes. But this year, I think it's going back to where it was. I have to say, this year is probably the first year in a while where maybe it's due to the release schedule of movies and such, but it doesn't seem like people are going the non-scary route anymore. And I chalk it up to things being very popular. And it's really this year is probably the culture of horror is probably as more pure as it's been in a long time. And I have to thank shows like American Horror Story. There's so much in pop culture that is speaking to the truth of the season, that it's finally they're getting the point of it. Is it's not always supposed to be about, you know, fantasy and role play. It's about terror and what scares you. And I notice the kids now, like I help little kids get costumes together, friends of the family and such. They know I like to do costumes. I have good ideas about pull things off. Whoa! Behind me. Oh no. Zaripa! Dressed up as the Headless Horseman. Have a slice of that!
The Reaper betrayed no trace of his former self. The gunslinger's shot found its mark, and the Reaper was destroyed. At last, the Reaper's curse.
But this year I think there's less a room for gripe than anything. So yeah, like I list a few of the things that I think are really helping the cause, and it's shows like Supernatural, American Horror Story. I even have to give props to The Walking Dead to keeping things pure. People are enjoying being zombies more commonly now than they have been in a long time. Man. Bring it down! Bring it down! But I also kind of wonder too, is how long can this love affair with horror last? Because I know me and my brother, we're a little odd like that. And it's not everyone's cup of tea on a daily schedule to watch horror movies. And me, even me, I need a break from it. I'll watch maybe one a week. And most of the time I've already seen it before. But horror culture is reaching a maturity where it's kind of one of those things you can almost see some of these movies, if they're made well and done right, you can see them competing for legitimate movie awards and such. Oh no! Oh no!
Unknown to all, Dr. Junkenstein had succeeded in creating life, a twisted abomination of inhuman strength and wickedness. With a shot from his revolver, the gunslinger dropped the monster, who fell to the ground with an earth-shaking thud.
Oh, we're doing well. But horror culture in general is reaching a mature point. Like, when you think about TVs and movies, it's really only been around for, in terms of accessibility, like you can watch TV shows or go to a movie consistently only for the past 70 years. Beyond that, it's still very new. And then when you look at the horror genre, sure, there were some early examples, but by and large, horror is a fairly new addition to the lexicon of commonly watched film and TV projects. So, is it reaching maturity that has emotional and
coalesced into the form of the Reaper. The doctor is Menace Maker.
sorry, gotta kill this guy.
The gunslinger's shot found its mark, and the Reaper was destroyed.
We're doing pretty good.
The Reaper's curse is lifted.
And there's questions whether it's good or bad. What these are questions that I think everyone's always thought they'd have time to answer. And there's purists, and there's people that are popularists. You know, whatever's hot at the certain point in time will always be something to pay attention to. But
The soldier struck down the Reaper. And
Ah.
hoped that it would be for the last time. The Reaper's curse is
kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. And this year, it's probably the exhibit of, you know, for the first time, a lot of people frown on mass producing costumes and stuff like that. But in a busy day and age, not everyone has the time to spend, you know, 30 hours to make a great costume.
My servants never die.
Ooh.
the witch's magic made Junkenstein's creation more powerful than ever. The creature's body crackled with unholy might.
Witch is down.
The lane shot, and the monster fell, just as he
Woo!
exhausted, battered, bruised. The 4 heroes entered the castle to receive their rewards.
Yes, the balloon baboon. But at the end of the day, I'd have to say, it's hard not to get jazzed up when you start going around everywhere and everyone's in the Halloween spirit. The fears of the late 80s are pretty much gone, where it was like, oh, there's Satanists involved in Halloween, and you know, it's getting back to people realizing it's just a festival, and it's the way it used to be, even way back when, back in the beginning of, like, when cities and townships would have Halloween gatherings in October back in, you know, the 1600s. It's something to be enjoyed. There's no fear here. It's trying to play against it, and the fact that it's so widespread now is kind of heartening to me. And I'm glad to see a game like Overwatch is getting right into the swing of things as well, because, you know, I love this game, and I love spending time with it, and these things shift. Like it'll probably shift to something for around Christmas time or some other scenario, but for Halloween, a guy like me, I can't get more hype for the season than to be surrounded by it. So thank you, Overwatch, thank you, Blizzard, for spending the time and care to crafting a wonderful, fun little mode, and all these awesome costumes. Like this is the one I'm searching for. My girl Mercy, I think you saw it in the last level, but she needs to be this witch. And it's another side subject. I have no idea when witches started getting floppy topped hats, but I don't mind it at all. So hopefully I can get this skin by the end of the month. If you're an Overwatch player on PC, Xbox One, or PS4, you have till October 31st to level up and get your Halloween loot boxes, where you get a random assortment of treats, goodies, and all sorts of fun stuff. And hopefully you can find some of the skins that you value on some of your characters. I have this skin from Reaper, and when you sign up to play and you first log in, they give you a free skin, and they gave me the Headless Horseman one, and I think it looks really cool. They all have different new voice lines, different interactions with each other depending on the costume. This is just a blast to be treated to for a month. And to be sure, these things don't affect gameplay, because right now we're still in the midst of Season 2 competitive play, and they're purely cosmetic, but they add a whole lot of fun. All the levels have a Halloween twist on them, are at night, and they have spooky sounds, different decor. So if it's piquing your interest, please give it a shot, because guys like us at Sentinels of the Solar System, we love Halloween, and we love to support anybody that supports Halloween. So if you have any suggestions, Blizzard's always open for hearing some cool things, and I'm sure that they listen to the community very closely. Christmas is right around the corner, and even though it's not a horror themed or sci-fi themed holiday by any means, we think there's something we can do with it. So stay tuned and continue to enjoy the rest of the month of madness. We're halfway through, but I think the best is yet to come. Stay tuned for more information and keep watching the skis!